just wanted to pop on here and kind of go over another dream that I had that kind of ties in with what I saw today and to my first dream, even though I don't really know like what the meaning is. But this was on the 21st of August, 2025. So it was like a few weeks into receiving my liminal messages and visions and other dreams. And I was floating in space, and in this space I heard a disembodied voice, and there was like stars all around. It was very like calm and serene, and this voice said, "He
He
is
is
a
a
Leo,
Leo,
Leo the
Leo the
lion."
lion.
And then there was an image projected of this political figure, and I didn't know why I was even being shown him. I thought it was weird, or it's just my imagination. But I woke up, and when I woke up, it was like 4 something in the morning, and I decided to take my dog out, and I noticed there was an alignment in the sky. So I was like, oh, that's really pretty. And I took a picture, and then I took out the little Sky Guide app and started looking into what the planets were. But I noticed that it was showing me that the Leo constellation was coming up over the horizon. So I was like, well, that's weird because I just had that in my dream. So then I went inside and I decided to research this political figure, and I found his birthday was on the 2nd of August. So thought that was unusual. Didn't know what it meant. Still don't really know what it means, but this kind of brings me to another dream that I had much later. So after I started seeing like things in my dreams were actually like tying together, like my Essene vision, and then the Levi connection. I had this dream before that where I was in this new house, and in the new house all this water was like leaking in from the skylight. There's like 2 skylights in there, and I wasn't worried about it because I was thinking, oh, like it's just some water, I'll get it fixed, it's no big deal. And for some reason there was these like 12 and 13-year-old kids running around in the house, and they were trying to help me with the leaks, and one of them found something and he brought it to me, and then he started scolding me. He's like, how come you didn't tell me you had this? And he pulled out this device, and it was like a bronze disc shaped device, and it had 3 like layers to it, like 3 tiers of discs. And he started spinning it counterclockwise and clockwise, just rotating these different discs. And I noticed there was like symbols and numbers and like little markings on there, and I didn't know what it was. And he started clicking it into place, and then I woke up. So thought that was weird, wrote it down. Didn't think it was like a prophetic dream or anything, because I don't really treat all dreams that way, but I've been paying closer attention because of the first dream that I had. So I wrote it down. I even drew a picture, which is really bad. It's like a horrible doodle. And I kind of just forgot about it. But once I started having these other dreams that I was actually finding real things, I started going back into that dream, and I started plugging in the key details to AI to see if it was like a real device. So I typed in like a bronze disc with layers, like layered tiers and symbols and numbers, and it came up with an astrolabe. And I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I've never heard of it, never seen one before, but they showed pictures of it, and I was like, wow, that's really weird, because how would I have known that? And basically it was in ancient times, like I think Greece was the main users of this, and also some Arab nations. They used this to map out the constellations and then the stars, and they were trying to like mark certain times and seasons, and also figure out their holidays and festivals. So it's just like the religious holidays and festivals. And that I also saw that medieval priests would use it too for religious purposes for the times and seasons. So that really stuck out to me because, again, I have this like priest correlation. And that got me looking into my first dream, which my first dream was on 2/5/25. And so if you go back and watch that video, I kind of talk about how I had the lightning bolt to the forehead with these 7 bluish orbs. I made a connection to Pleiades when I saw like a picture of them, had me think of the Bible. I looked in the Bible and found Amos 5:8, which was the reversal of 8:5 that I saw over the water. So if you take these dates, if you take 2/5/25 and you put it into the sky map, you see that the moon was in Taurus that night, which is really odd. And then you find that the moon was actually a first quarter half moon, so it was half dark and half light. And then it was on a Wednesday. So I looked at 8/5/25, I didn't see anything, but then 8/5/26, I see it's on a Wednesday, and the moon was in Taurus, and also it's a last quarter moon, so it's a last quarter half moon, so it's going from waxing to waning, so it's going from from light to dark. And I thought that was really weird, because I was like, why is this like lining up so eerily? And there's like an 18-month gap too as well, like there's like this 18-month stretch. And then I saw today, I was looking at a picture and I saw the eclipse, and then there was bull horns, and I was thinking, I'm like, oh, that's like the bull, like Taurus the bull. And I was like, wait a second here. So then I'm being led to this article and I'm reading it, and it's talking about how Spain's having this like eclipse trilogy. So, well, Spain's national symbol is the bull, and then they have these 3 eclipses. One we just had on the 12th of August. The next one's on the 2nd of August, which is a date that I had from another dream. And then the next one will be like January, I think it was 28th or 26th of 2028. So that's these 3 eclipses. And it kind of reminds me of what I was also led to, which was the Leviticus ritual with the sin offering and like the bull and then the 2 rams. So there you have these 3 things where you have a sin offering, a burnt offering, and then you have a consecration offering. So it's a bull and 2 rams. But I don't know what this means, but I feel like there's more to this. I don't know what to make of it, but I just find it really weird how that kind of matches up, and it has this mirror and opposites effect. And then you have stuff in the sky that's like matching things below. So I don't know if you guys see anything that I'm missing. Like I said, I'm new to the Bible, so I'm trying to like get caught up to speed. But these are some of the things that I've noticed, and I don't know what the meaning is, but I just thought that was very weird because I never even noticed that. And there was also 2 earthquakes. There was one on the 15th and then one today, the 18th, that were pretty large. So here we have another 5 and an 8. So I don't know. Maybe I'm like drawing conclusions here. I'm jumping in conclusions, but it just seems really weird that I would see that, and it just kind of like had me looking again. So I don't know, I'm telling you, there's something weird, something with this. And another message that I had later on is I heard time is your pillar. So I don't know, I felt like that was more of like an Essene connection because of the Essene stuff, and I know that they went by a different calendar. So I don't know, it's just really weird. Anyway, that's my little epiphany for today. So please like and subscribe. Also, if you're new, definitely check out the other videos that I have, but I'll be making some more here and going over some of the other high strangeness that I have, other weird dreams. But thanks for watching. Have a good day.